Like,
Not
basically...
it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday.
Okay.
But,
Whoa, she... What?
Hey, guys. Oh, it must have been David.
Like, they can't...
They don't get it.
Hey, guys. Welcome back to our channel.
So, we were going to be reviewing... This is episode 21?
Yes.
Episode 21.
And
this is our...
for Big Brother All-Stars.
And this will be kind of a quick recap.
The feeds have been down for how many hours this past couple days?
I think like almost 14 now. And it's like, besides feeds being down, like there just isn't a lot of game because...
No, it's like they know what they want to do. They're going to do it. They're sort of lying to her face. She doesn't fully believe them. And
she's also like gone off the deep end. Okay, so let's just get started.
Anyways.
So Memphis won HOH and nominated Davon and Kevin, which wasn't a surprise, but she took it as a surprise, I guess.
I don't really know. I think she might have lost it because his plan was to backdoor David. I don't know why you would need to backdoor David.
Yeah, it's not like he was going to win, you know.
But, that's Memphis's way, I guess.
Yeah, Memphis was not cluing anyone in on his plan.
He went back to what he did the first time.
Which was not tell anyone until after nominations.
Like, no one can hang out in his room, and like...
And he's like, guys, you're going to throw it, right?
He's like telling people what to do without reason, and... Yeah, it once again didn't go over the best, but
Yeah,
whatever.
So basically this whole week has been Davon and Kevin being slapped in the face with hints that Nicole flipped and then being like, oh, it must have been David.
Like they can't.
They don't get it, which like I can understand.
But no.
But I also don't. Like there's too many signs.
My thing is Davon believing anything Nicole says is very like, girl, I think it is time for you to go home because you're losing it, because she's lied to you how many times? Like, Davon is not stupid. She's smart. Her reads are usually good. But this week, she's just forgotten everything Nicole has done to her and just decided, I believe her, and whatever her personal issues / earlier in the game issues she's projecting onto David, and it's like, he is wrong. There's no way. Like, it's like she will not see the light, and we can't help her.
No.
And so she said something on the feeds at one point about, if I am wrong about the David stuff, like, I will do a public apology. And she's saying that because, I mean, she's a good person and she will, but because she really fully believes that she's right. She's like, if I am wrong, I will correct myself, but there's no way. And it's like, girl, you are literally so wrong.
It's honestly like funny at this point. Like we already mentioned last week of the whole because I think we mentioned last week the veto, but we didn't go into detail about the episode.
We just had spoilers.
So basically it's been the same, instance of Davon and Kevin, believing each other, going off of each other's own wrong reads.
Wrong.
So for veto, Davon and Kevin both picked.
But can we talk about the fact that maybe it's the edit, but majority of people, including Davon, did not even look like they were really like trying. Like, I'm sorry, like if you're in a competition like that, your life is on the line. You're sprinting.
Davon is like walking. I'm like,
she's
you
like,
are going home.
Go. I'm like, whoa. What? No, I'm sprinting. I'm being like Tyler. Like Tyler played like his life was on the line, and it wasn't.
See,
he just wanted to make the decision.
I never understand the people
who
during competitions they like go out of their way to like get sound bites for the television show. Like Davon was rounding corners, being like, "Oh my god, you scared me." I'm like, you've been here 2 times already. Like
it's a stuffed animal.
It's a stuffed animal.
Like it's cute and all. I know she's an actress. I get it, but like it's. Okay, a couple sound bites are
like you're on a TV show, but like you're also going to be
one?
evicted if you don't win the competition.
And she just looks. It just
comes off
on
stupid.
to the you look stupid.
So Tyler won veto. No one threw it. Everyone was gunning for it.
Memphis knew. Although it's like he basically just like was like, "You're gonna throw it," and they were like,
Okay, sure, Memphis, and he was like, "All right, cool."
And then he was like, "Throw it." I'm like, "What do you mean? Like, you didn't even have like real conversations about it, but it's fine."
Yeah,
he was shocked, I guess.
This just makes like both weeks Memphis has been HOH have been probably the most boring weeks.
Enzo was pretty boring too.
And he's tried to get out David both times and did not accomplish that.
It's
like the easiest target to get out, and he hasn't done it twice. It shouldn't
even be a target that he's really that worried about, but like he is, and he still can't accomplish his goal. If David is his downfall in this game, I will die.
I just realized, think how ironic it is. Davon is the reason David stayed both times. Because Davon would not budge on David's vote, and that was a big reason on why he stayed. Because she kind of was convincing other people.
Oh my god!
And like this time,
basically the whole time she's saying he sabotaged everything
really
for him.
Saved
it's the opposite. She's
accidentally saving his
and
game.
Sabotaged herself. Mm-hmm. Wow, she's not gonna feel good later. And the thing is I've heard her say she's not doing reality television ever again. Like she's off it. She wants to go into like more like ministry type work, like follow her faith and whatever. But she also said she wasn't gonna be on this season, and she was. So we'll see. But if this is her last rodeo and this is how she goes out,
it'll be disappointing.
It is disappointing, but I feel like that's gonna bother her. Like that's gonna hurt her. That is not a good look. This is the last time we see you.
The facts,
look like a fool on the way out, and you didn't need to. You are a queen, girl. Why are you doing that?
The fact that Davon has always been on season 17, 18, and on the challenge that she's always been a fan favorite, and then this week they've turned on her. Smart, also entertaining. Yeah, she's entertaining. She's smart.
She's hit every
she knows the game. Ugh. It's just that she always would outplay herself, and I feel like this time we were like, oh, she's finally holding back. She's still kind of slipping.
She's still messed up because she held back. She didn't decide to go with Janelle and Kaser and stuff, and her.
It was almost like she was holding back too much to where she wasn't even playing.
And that's why I'm like, don't give up. At least go on the challenge, or hey, come back one more time if they ask you on Big Brother.
Let me just say, just having good reads in the house doesn't make you a good player.
No, third time. Third time's
I was just saying.
We're worried about Davon.
I was just saying that
we're heartbroken.
When you have good reads, that doesn't necessarily make you a good player. You can know how to play a game, but if you're not playing, if you're not doing anything with what you have,
to be able to manipulate people.
Just because just because she's been able to read the house doesn't mean that she's been doing well.
But she also hasn't.
She hasn't. Well, she was reading well up until this week. And kind of last week.
Let's just say what it is. Kevin
has ruined
Derek has ruined this whole season. Derek's pre-gaming.
And Kevin just
rubbing
off on everyone
in the game has literally thrown this whole season away. And I said what I said.
Also, I just want to mention some of Davon's comments. I know you mentioned the Uncle Tom comment in the last video.
Yeah, she's just really. She's lost
she's taking
she's
it
not
to
even
a
acting
level
like Davon anymore. She's so hurt on a personal level that she's doing stuff that is just
I think it's hypocritical of her to have gone, because everyone was on her side with the Christmas argument, but then for her to do a complete 180 and start attacking David personally when he's in the right. Even if he wasn't in the right, she shouldn't be saying these comments.
Too far.
It's way too far, and it's not. Obviously, her feelings are hurt, but that doesn't excuse the fact that she's saying, really rude comments. Also, forgot. Also, Kevin mentioned on the feeds the other day to David, or David mentioned it to Kevin about Davon not counting Kevin as one of the black house guests in the house. And Kevin has personally said, because people don't necessarily off the bat know that I'm black just by looking at me, I have not had full black experiences because I can fly under the radar and pretend I'm not black. But that does not mean that he's not black.
No, it definitely doesn't. But I'm saying that might be why she also looks at him like that, because he's even said, well, I haven't had to deal with it like you have.
Well, then that's
because I can pretend it's not there.
I mean, we don't have to speak on it too much, but gatekeeping a race or
it's not,
a certain group. Also, Kevin literally is half black.
Yeah.
But that doesn't necessarily make you any less black.
Yeah, no.
You just have a different perspective on things that may have experienced different things.
I'm just saying, I think that's where she maybe feels like she can say that.
But Kevin even said he feels hurt by that comment because he recognizes
it's not right to say that.
What Jen mentioned, but I think having someone who you would consider an ally then kind of diminish your experiences and what you bring to the conversation just makes you feel like you maybe aren't a part of the community, which I think is sucks. It's I feel bad that Davon has all of this stuff going on this week because it's making her look really bad.
Yeah, she's
and I don't think
acting out of character.
I don't think she truly means what she's saying, but she's still saying it and has to deal with the consequences.
Yeah.
But I don't think she'll be in a worse off position. I feel like people will forget about it. Julie's definitely not going to ask her about it.
Yeah, we'll see.
But, I mean, yeah. So, Devon believed, again, another bad read, she believed that there was never any backdoor plan, which it came off that way, but again...
Kind of, but, like, she's just, like...
She's so convinced...
She's on a negative path, so anything that, like, could have been good for her, she's like, no.
She's in a negative feedback loop of just everything that she's saying. It just keeps hitting back harder and harder, and she keeps believing things further and further from the truth. Like, the fact that Danny and Nicole still have her back when they don't.
Oh my God.
And they are so glad that she walked up to them and was like, don't stick your neck out for me. They were like, oh, good, because we weren't going to anyway. Literally. And now they don't have to feel bad about not voting for her.
She told me not to do it.
Yeah. But also...
she's helping people that she's going to find out later weren't her friends, even though she kind of knew they weren't.
That's everyone this season. Everyone's finding out.
It's going to be so bad. Like, it's going to be bad.
Let's switch to Christmas real quick. Christmas has become, I think, public enemy number 1 for the house. Like, they can all agree. That's also
why they might keep her.
But, like, they all don't want her in the house.
They don't even want to live with her.
Yeah. Even the people who are friends with her and have been cool with her, like Memphis and Tyler, have completely turned on her. And they're like... Memphis believes that she's the one that's, like, saying stuff to other people, which she kind of is. And Tyler just doesn't trust her anymore, especially after being... With the wall yeller situation, another wall yeller said something about Christmas and Tyler being together. Mm-hmm. So now he definitely doesn't want to,
Yeah, I think he's gonna... I mean, that was his Casey, but I think he's, like, willing to get rid of her at this point.
I feel like Cody is more his Casey now. Cody and Enzo are...
But, like, he won't get rid of Christmas, but he'll surely, like, allow it to happen if someone else does it. Yeah. And he'll be like, cool.
So, Christmas and Devon...
But also, no one's gonna vote for Christmas at the end, so someone might potentially choose
to
drag
may.
her. I mean, over Memphis...
Of, like, your first season...
Even her and Memphis would probably win. She's so unlikable. So that sucks. She might get final 2, but I also feel like she's more of a, like, perpetual final 3-er.
Yeah.
You know?
But Christmas and Devon had a conversation where they kind of squashed their whole
Christmas
beef.
Christmas is trying to do some jury management.
She was like, oh, I completely acted out of character. I want you to teach me, all the things I did wrong. And, like, I want to be able to be an ally to you.
Myself.
Yeah. When, I believe it could be genuine. Devon took it as being genuine.
No.
Even if it's not, Devon took it that way. So I think Christmas somewhat achieved kind of squashing stuff with her. Because Devon was, like, telling Danny, like, oh, she cried, she was serious. But then again, Devon's been believing, everyone in the neighbor this week, so...
Yeah.
So, and then also Christmas had a conversation with David, basically saying, oh, I will make sure... in my goodbye message to Devon to clear your name and make sure that she knows that you voted to keep Ian in the house and you didn't flip.
She's Captain Save-A-Ho today.
Yeah. She thinks that it'll get David and Devon on her side, which it may, but
we'll see.
It shouldn't. And then Christmas's attitude about...
Oh my God, everything slop, being put on slop. She still won't stop. Like, the week is, like, over halfway done. Like, it's almost done.
I think... After the conversation with Devon,
she'll probably stop.
She'll probably stop, but, like, she'll still be thinking, like...
yeah, she won't really
why did she put me on slop? Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's because you nominated her.
And then she got very upset about Zingbot's little zings. He said 3 adjectives. I mean, I'm just proud she does know 3 adjectives. Yeah. But, yeah, she is, she's hyper-focused on herself. And she just won't stop, and she's irritating everyone. It's making her a target.
She complained to Nicole and to Cody, and I'm sure other people, but those are the 2 I can remember, about the fight and trying to retell it like people didn't see. Oh my God, she's
trying to, like,
paint the narrative that Devon and Bailey were being aggressive and, like, charging her when they weren't.
Like, we didn't see it. Like, they weren't there. Like, even Cody was kind of like, like,
okay.
No, that's not what happened. But,
Yeah, Christmas is just coming off super aggressive. She's like the male Memphis. And even Memphis doesn't like her.
And then Memphis doesn't like her either. It's weird. Yeah, she's losing it. And I think she kind of knows, but it's also, like, making her lose it more. Because she's, like, paranoid.
And now she's, like, over like making sure that her relationship.
Like, okay, guys, let's go.
She's like, Davon, like we're good, right? Because I just feel like weird. It's like you nominated her and then also had a fight with her. She's clearly not gonna be your best friend.
But like, let
so
it go.
Whatever.
But whatever. So then another thing is like Nicole and Danny.
Yeah.
And them.
They have been having this whole dilemma again, painting Nicole as the victim because she pulled off a move. Which, again, we will give credit to Nicole and Danny for pulling off the move, but at the same time...
They didn't even have to
They didn't even have to, like...
It was like...
Try. Like, they're not even acting at this point. They're just like... Every time Davon's been like, did you guys flip on me? Did you flip the vote? They're like, what? No. And Davon believes it. So at this point,
she's like,
I can't not give them credit.
Like
because
little bit, yeah.
She's clearly pulling it off. But it's like, from the outside perspective, it looks so poorly executed.
It just looks like... Oh my God, Davon, like, why are you believing anything these people say who have never actually looked out for you? Like, I'm so confused.
Mm-hmm. And they are very concerned about the way they're coming off to America and the way that...
Which is clearly what is motivating them to talk about it and feel bad about anything.
They're like, oh, what if she doesn't...
It's their repercussions when they leave the house.
Yeah, and like Danny's being she has a better outlook on it than Nicole because Davon told Danny certain things and Danny feels kind of comfortable voting her out and hoping that it's gameplay with her, where I feel like Nicole already having an outside relationship and experience and like trying to redeem herself.
She should have just not tried to redeem herself. She should have just been like, hey, it was a game, it is what it is. Mm-hmm. We're here. We can move past it or not. And
because
then just
now,
not set herself
it even
up.
makes
She looks even worse.
All the good things that she did to Davon makes it look like gameplay, which it kind of was. But now it just kind of makes it look even more shady.
She was always fine with Davon leaving. She just didn't want to have to do it.
Yeah, same thing with Tyler and Christmas.
Yep.
And Danny and Davon, like they all wanted the same thing.
Yeah.
So that's really it. The last thing we wanted to close on is, again, a discussion on the live feeds and wall yellers again.
Supposedly there was another one saying something about how Nicole
lied about
her vote. And apparently Davon believes it, I guess. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't
even if
help her game, so...
There was also, I forgot to mention this. I don't know if you heard about it, but Davon talked about a plan to Danny.
Yeah, to try to make it look like her and them aren't cool anymore.
And that she believes David.
She'll go get him out, and she believes David, and maybe it'll save her. Nothing's going to work because Derek told Cody what to do from the beginning, and everyone else, and so any gameplay doesn't even work. But
Cody at this point is not going to vote for Davon.
Never.
But the feeds have been censored again. This is like, I think, the longest stretch that they've ever been down.
So bad.
It's over half a day now. And
what am I paying for?
It's an important day too. It's the day before an eviction, which
I'm like, is
even in a dead week, there's something that's happening, and we're missing it.
We won't know.
So
CBS.
That's all we had to say. This has been a quick episode, but we'll be back tomorrow for the eviction.
Night, yeah.
Where Davon will probably go, and then we'll find out who's HOH and the whole neighbor situation.
Thing. So that should be fun.
Yeah.
Should be more interesting.
Thank you for watching. Make sure to like,
comment, share,
subscribe.